If you think that content creation is like going viral overnight and creativity and fun all the time, you're in for a rude awakening, because most content creators fail, and it's not because they're not talented. Actually, typically they're really talented, but it's because they believe these 7 lies.
Fudge. Being a content creator is glamorous. I know you have seen it, the montages, the meetups, the photos, the YouTubers, the celebrities you meet, and it all looks so freaking cool, dude. What you see is 15 to maybe 20% of the actual day-to-day life of a content creator. Now, being a content creator is actually not glamorous at all. I think a better way to put it is expensive. And I'm not even talking about money. Hey, what's up, Mom? No, they want to eat tonight or what? I don't know. Well, hang on. I'm filming right now, so just like give me some time and I'll give you a call back and we'll figure out food tonight. It's supposed to be glamorous like this, right? Crispy image, nice office, cool looking lights. When in actuality, it's expensive with time. The time to actually edit a video or a photo is expensive. Or God forbid you make videos about doing photos, so then you have to edit the photos of the photo shoot just so you can have something to talk about in the video. That doesn't happen to me, that happens to other people. The creators that you follow and do this full time, they're not just photographers or just filmmakers or podcasters or whatever their channel is about. They're graphic designers, they're audio engineers, they're colors, analyzers, script designers, script writers, marketers. What I mean to say, it is self-expensive to be a creator. You have to learn a lot. But that is just learning stuff. We haven't even talked about the mental toll that it takes on you, because you probably know how it feels. You pour all this passion, sweat, and blood and tears into this project, this passion project that you have, and for some reason, it just doesn't pop off, and you're like, dang, bro, this sucks. It takes mental stretching to break what you think is a good idea and what is actually a good idea. Because just because it's a good idea for you doesn't mean that on paper, it actually is a good idea. Or on video. But it's not just the ideation. Do you think you're mentally tough? Look, I thought that I was mentally tough until I got DMs and I got hate comments and I got videos made all about just bashing on me. And after all those expenses, we haven't even gotten into the financial aspect of how expensive this is. The lights, the cameras, the cables, the monitors, the memory cards, the stand, the other lights, the bigger lights, the background lights, software. It is just so much, bro. It is exhausting. You will spend 80% of your time staring at a screen, whether it's editing, script writing, ideation, or problem solving. It isn't until you have enough money to hire an editor or a manager that you will get out of that. And it is only until then that content creator life will become glamorous. Shoutouts and collabs is all you need to blow up. Oh man, this one's a tough one because it's personal. You see, there was a time where I went to LA and I met up with a now friend named Hayden. Hayden had millions of subscribers and I got plenty of shout outs. I gained 10,000 followers on Instagram like that. My YouTube channel grew from like 0 people to like, I don't know, like 10,000 in like a matter of like 2 months or something. Like there was an insane growth with all these shout outs and stuff. I was on top of the world, bro. But as embarrassing as it is to say, I plateaued for not just months, for years. Long story short, I was unprepared for virality because I wasn't ready for the websites, the systems in place, the money, the contracts, handle the traffic, handle the questions. I truly wasn't ready for a shout out or a collab. Now, I will tell you this from experience that it is easy for people to see your face. Like you can pay for ads on Facebook and Instagram and stuff so that people can see you. But it is a completely different thing for people to stay for you. That's kind of a bar. I'm not saying it's wrong to collab. I'm not saying it's wrong to get shout outs. But what I am saying is that if you're going to collab or if you're going to get a shout out, make sure that you are prepared before you ever get in touch with those people. And here are some clear tips to know if you are ready. Number 1, have your style roughly dialed in. This is a constant evolution and growing, but at least have a good idea of what you're getting into. Number 2 is have a library of content already. A fun fact, before I went to LA to link up with my boy Hayden, I intentionally put out a video beforehand so that I could at least have something on there so that when people would come to my channel from his foot traffic, I would at least have something to offer, even though it wasn't enough. And number 3 is to have a low ticket item, like downloadable content. For example, like me, I recently started doing like one-on-one sessions, like coaching sessions. because I'm getting a lot of DMs from people asking for help. And the truth is, I can only help them so far because I don't know exactly what they're going through. I don't know what gear they already have. Like it's a whole consultation process, right? Something like that, or like presets or downloadable PDFs or something that you can do to at least start to generate revenue whenever that time comes. And the biggest one here is to be at least somewhat consistent. Now look, I understand, I know what it is to have a job. I know what it is to have bills to pay, and I'm trying to make time for YouTube. Trust me, I get it. But you genuinely need to have a rhythm of consistency of content coming through. Because if you don't, people are gonna be like, well, there's nothing here. And so they'll just unsubscribe and they're gone just as fast as they came in. Dang it, that would've came out real smooth. So shoutouts and collabs will not get you very far if you are not prepared for them. And I cannot repeat this enough. Make sure that you can stand on your own 2 feet, man. You don't need a collab. Like I'm not trying to say to be selfish or to be proud in any way, but it's just like, make sure that you can bring something to the table that you don't need a collab to set yourself up for success. Like bring content to the table that you can do by yourself. Bring friends in, bring characters in, bring good script writing, bring something new to the table. Like I hate to say, man, you don't need Peter McKinnon. We already got one of him. You don't need a Matty Hopoya. You don't need a Josh Yo. We already got them. We need you. Does that make sense? Yes, I learned that from YouTube, but you can't learn everything from YouTube. Let me explain. Now, before everybody goes crazy in the comments, are there great resources out there? Yes. Can you learn how to edit? Yes. Can you learn how to use a camera? Yes, I am a testament to that. But let me explain something to you that I truly wish somebody would have told me, and I wouldn't have wasted a full 4 years of YouTube wandering in the desert. The metaphor I almost got it. Hey, what's up, Mom? Yeah, I'm sorry, I got caught up filming. Okay. No, it's fine. Just tell them just to meet at the house at 7 and I'll have the food ready for everybody and stuff. Okay, bye. Now, there are some things that you learn in theory, like you just know. There are some things that you learn by experience, and then there are some things that you learn by process. And experience and process are not the same thing. Here's the best example that I could come up with. If you need to change a tire, you know that you need to jack up the car to take the tire off, right? That's knowing. Now, experience is where you know where to put the jack to actually lift the car up and not break the car. Now, process teaches you to break the lug nuts of the tires before you raise it up, because if not, you're gonna have the tire spinning around, you're gonna be struggling trying to hold it together. That is what process teaches you. Now, it's the same with content creation. You can learn by watching a YouTube video on low light photography settings. That's awesome. But if you actually go out and apply the things that you just learned, you're gonna get a bump in growth because you're actually doing it. These are the moments where you actually know what buttons to press on your camera, because maybe the video you saw, some guy was using a different brand of a camera. And that's what everyone talks about. It is learning and then applying. And I'm just like, no, there's another piece of this puzzle. If you really wanna level up for real, it comes down to the process. It is where you have this mentality of, I am going to do this again, so how can I make this better? So here are some things that have helped me to get into that process mode. Hang on, let me scoot over. Oh wait, no, I should be on this side because this is a darker screen and I use white text, so here we go. Ask yourself these questions. What went well on the last shoot that I did, on the last piece of graphic design that I did, on the last video that I did, on the last script that I did? 2, what went wrong? Do not be scared to have people talk about your work. This is the best time and the most valuable information that you can get, where you can improve. Next, what tools did I have that made this easier, and what tools did I not have that would make this easier? Or what tools made this worse for me? And this is really good because you can start to dial in what exactly do you need from your gear? Do you need lights? Do you need a camera that actually does better in low light? This is a secret to having money in your bank account, because you don't get psyched up over the next piece of gear that comes out. No. Right here, you identify, this is what I do. What do I need to make this be easier for me? Not just because it came out, I'm gonna go and get that thing. And this is the most important one here, and you should tell it to yourself in the mirror. Tomorrow, I'm going to do this again. How can I make this better, easier, and more efficient for me? The other day I was on YouTube and I went on an investigative rabbit hole of some of my favorite creators, and I stumbled across this video of Peter McKinnon, and he was just like actually teaching magic, not like in one of his regular videos about photography. He was actually teaching magic. Like, well, that's cool, I guess. And then I saw this video of Colin and Samir, but they weren't podcasting. They were on a webcam talking about lacrosse or something like that. And then finally I was getting tired and I was like, dude, I really need to go to bed. It is 3 a.m. And then I stumbled across this video of Airac, this interview where he was talking about how before he made YouTube history and reached 1 million subs in a year, he was actually making wedding films. Like he had a media company just to do weddings. Now I'm sure you're wondering, Joseph, what is the point of you talking about your YouTube late night sessions? What I'm trying to say is just because you didn't see it doesn't mean that it didn't happen. What I'm saying is just because your YouTube channel started this day and then another successful YouTuber started roughly around the same time, just because they're the same date doesn't mean that you guys started at the same time. Majority of these successful creators that you see have had a journey way before you ever heard of them. Whether it is magic to photography or lacrosse to the content creator economy, or from wedding films to challenges on YouTube, or you think you're not good enough, or you haven't found your style. The best advice that I wish I could have told myself was, I just need to start, and it doesn't have to be perfect when I start. But when the time comes, I gotta be ready to pivot. Because oftentimes what you think is going to be your thing doesn't end up being your thing. Ads will pay the bills. That's a good one. Now, unless you are pulling in peak David Dobrik numbers, ads ain't gonna pay nothing, man. Here they are. Broiler pans. See that right there? See that? Shoutouts right there. See? You see, people think that it's all about like subscribers and likes and view count and comments, which don't get me wrong, that can help in many cases, but the truth is that there are people that have millions of subscribers, and when you look at their average views, and I'm pulling the same amount of views as they are with significantly less subscribers. That's not to flex, that's just to provide context about there's a lot more to it than just ads. But the main thing that I wish somebody would told me is to identify your pieces of the pie, like your pie chart, and figure out what is the most important to you, like what actually makes money for you. Is it really ads? Sweet. Is it sponsorships? Is it affiliate marketing? Is it your own products? Or is it just a way to market yourself so that you can get engagements somewhere else? Like if you were gonna speak at a conference or something and then they pay for it. So basically you're doing the YouTube work is just the front end and then you get paid on the back end, if that makes sense. All of these things make you money. New York strip is $34. Sorry, family, y'all getting sirloin or something. When it comes down to it, don't get caught up in all the numbers of the subscribers and the views and all that kind of crap, because the truth is it can be quite deceiving. I know plenty of creators that have significantly less followers and are making double or triple what maybe some of your favorite creators are making, because business and creativity and artistry, those two things are not the same. They gotta be here. I can smell you. I can smell you. It's Fast and Furious. It's actually a throwaway line. I doubt anybody knows about that one. I'll tell you right now, because the pie that paid for this was not ad revenue. You need to be a professional at everything. Now remember, I am a bit of an outlier in this because I did in fact want to be a filmmaker. I mean, I still kind of do. So I was like, dude, I gotta learn how to light, I gotta learn how to shoot, I gotta learn how to color. And it's not too far different from a content creator. And then I realized, by this time it was way too late, there are people that get paid full time to do each one of those things. What? Now hear me out, I do not regret learning all of these skills. I wish somebody would have told me this is what you actually need to learn, like a list of things that is actually worth mentioning, which I made, but that's for later. What I'm trying to say is learn what actually impacts your content. For example, do you really need to be a Photoshop guru, or do you just need to know how to make a good thumbnail? Do you really need to know how to do VFX, or can you just get a template to do that thing that you want to do? Do you really need to become a crazy good colorist, or Can you just shoot it in a regular picture profile so that it comes out halfway decent? Do you need to become a master editor, or do you just need some automation to edit your podcast faster? Do you really need a better camera, or do you need better lights? I don't like just talking about it, I like to be about it. So I made you a roadmap. If you're serious about making content, I made a list of skills ranked by impact so that you can build on something that actually lasts. So it is up on my store for $5. If you want to say thank you and buy me some tacos, hey, thank you, I appreciate it. But if not, no worries. You can go ahead and put this code in there and you'll get it for free. So yeah, get a sample of something, know how everything works, but you don't have to be a professional at all of it. Come here, Papa. Here you go, Papa. Dude, I just want to tell y'all, the little that I know about cooking doesn't take a long time. It's the prep work, brah. Like, brah? What is this, Johnny Tsunami?
You're a real charger. Oh, thanks, brah.
Butterfly. Fun fact, I never cooked, and it was because my mom was such a good cook, and I was like, dude, I don't know half of what she's doing over there. There's no way that I can do that. I mean, I burn water, dog. And even more so, thinking about the idea of inviting somebody over to eat my food is just ridiculous. But your content is a lot like cooking. So sometimes you got time to create a banger or a masterpiece, and you can prep all day for it and it'll be great, right? And that's awesome. Like if you have like a personal project and you want to pour some creative gas on it, bro, by all means. Do you want to bring the sauce and put that creative juice on? Yeah, go ahead. But I'll tell you right now that you can't do that every time. Sponsors will be waiting to pay you, deadlines will be passing you by, great ideas will cripple you, and then you will look back on an entire year and you have only posted 2 times in the entire year. Not me, I'm just somebody else, not me. So yeah, this food that I'm making right now, I'm making it with love and care because, you know, you can taste that mess when it's in it, right? But at the same time, I just need to get this thing done because there are mouths waiting to be fed right now. You know, and I still struggle with this because there are times where I want to put like everything I have, like every new transition pack and every single font and every single effect that I saw online and I want to make this colder than Sam. But I will tell you right now that I would have never gotten here if I was trying to make a Michelin star dish every single time. You can't make a Michelin star breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day. You're gonna wear yourself out. What you're watching right now, this dish is not a masterpiece, but to my audience, good?
Delicioso. Very good. Yes. Amazing.
Excelente, al estilo Garcia, papá.
Oh, and that is good enough.
Give me back my life, you brought me out of the mud. Yes, you the one.